History is full of great battles, fierce rivalries, and wars that shaped nations. But not every war is fought with bloodshed. Some are fought with politics, arrests, and stubborn pride. One such war, often forgotten in American history, is the Toledo War 1835 to 1836, a heated conflict between the states of Ohio and Michigan over a small, seemingly insignificant strip of land. At the heart of this war was a 468 square mile region known as the Toledo Strip, a narrow piece of land along the border between Ohio and Michigan. This strip may not seem important today, but in the early 19th century, it was a valuable asset. It provided access to Lake Erie, a major waterway crucial for trade and economic growth. The root of the conflict, the origins of the Toledo War, can be traced back to the Northwest Ordinance of 1787, which defined the borders of future states in the region. However, due to faulty maps and incorrect surveys, the boundary line between Ohio and the Michigan Territory was miscalculated. As a result, both sides believed the Toledo Strip belonged to them. Ohio, which became a state in 1803, claimed the land as part of its original borders. But Michigan, still a U.S. territory at the time, refused to back down. By the early 1830s, as Michigan was preparing for statehood, tensions reached a breaking point. The war begins in 1835. Ohio attempted to exert control over the Toledo Strip by sending surveyors to officially mark the land. Michigan's young governor, Stephen T. Mason, just 24 years old, saw this as an invasion. In response, he ordered the Michigan militia to block Ohio's efforts. This led to the Battle of Phillips Corners, one of the only military engagements of the Toledo War. Michigan troops fired shots at an Ohioan surveying party. No one was killed, but the event escalated tensions. The conflict continued with a series of arrests and legal disputes rather than full-scale battles. Ohio officials who tried to govern the Strip were arrested by Michigan authorities, and both sides passed laws reinforcing their claims over the land. Federal intervention and the end of the war. With tensions growing, President Andrew Jackson was forced to step in. Jackson, needing political support from Ohio, ruled in favor of the state. In 1836, he offered Michigan a compromise. Ohio would get the Toledo Strip, and in return, Michigan would receive the Upper Peninsula. At first, Michigan rejected the deal. Many Michiganders felt the Upper Peninsula was nothing but wilderness and a portrait for the fertile land of Toledo. However, in 1837, Michigan finally accepted the terms, officially becoming the 26th state of the Union. The aftermath and legacy. In the short term, Michigan seemed to be on the losing side of the deal, but history would prove otherwise. While the Toledo Strip became part of Ohio, the Upper Peninsula turned out to be rich in natural resources, particularly copper and iron, making it an economic powerhouse in the years to come. Though the Toledo War never resulted in serious bloodshed, it remains one of the most unusual conflicts in U.S. history. Today, the city of Toledo is firmly part of Ohio, and the legacy of the dispute is remembered in historic markers and museums across both states. This little-known war is a reminder that not all battles are fought with weapons. Some are fought with politics, negotiation, and persistence.